Great. So let's learn what happens after MBA, what is MBA, and why one should be going for it. Great. So what do you know about business? How businesses are run? Any idea, students? Okay, we'll if you in the meantime, we'll see. So any business model has 9 compartments, right? 9 departments, basic 9 departments. You have customer, yes. Then you have you have your own you have your own values to give to them. Values can be your product or services. How you are reaching out to them, that's the third part. Yes. How they are reaching out to you, that's the fourth part. Then your financials is the one thing. How do you market yourself and your product and services? That's the fifth part. Then comes your vendors. Then comes the people who you are going to buy the raw materials from, right? There has to be a different department that will handle them. And then comes your daily manufacturing services that will manufacture either your product or your service. Then again, you need an office. Who will administer that office? Again, you are going to have people who will work for you. We need now one department who will manage those people. Yes. And of course, to run a business time to time, you need your capital to be restructured to gain capital or simply procure more capital. How are you going to do that? You need a separate department for that to manage that. Yes. And everything has to come together and work together. So even if it's a small business, it will have its own 9 compartments. And those are our specializations in MBA. Okay. So you might be interested to see this. Let's see. So as I said, we are going to learn about careers MBA. Okay. So as we know, I am from the Sandstone and we have been here since 2015 and trying to reinstill these skills, practical skills that are actually required in the industry. Okay. So we are trying to change that. We are trying to bring that we are trying to bridge the gap between the skill industry here. I would prefer if no one writes or annotate, okay? Okay, no worries. So let's say why one should do a postgraduate program in management. So why one should do that? There are many things. Our MBA program can teach you fundamentals of business, how business is actually run. It will instill leadership skill in you. It can actually give you the overall personality development. It can give you your communication skills, how to stand and talk, how to present yourself. Yes, and plus, whenever you go to a job market, even it's a small administrative job or whether it's it's a fresher's job, they will ask you do you have a management degree? Do you understand the business fundamentals? Do you have the analytical skills or do you know how to actually work on Excel? Yes. So how will you do that? So this is what MBA teaches you at Sunstone, right? You will know how to build your brand, your own personal brand. It means how to build yourself, how to present yourself. If you want to run your own business or whether you want to take forward your family's business, you will learn how to actually create your own network. You will have your entrepreneur abilities. And when you have these knowledge, when you have those skills, it will at the end boost your confidence and it will transform your career. And anyone can do MBA. No matter if you're from the commerce background, science background, or maths background, physics background, you can still go for it. Even if you're from geography or history, arts background, you can still go for it because it gives you an edge over other people who are with the same subjects, but they don't have a management degree. Let's see how it helps. Okay, now let's say you are from the science background, biotechnology or biology, zoology, botany, from that background. And with that, you do a management degree. What does that mean? It means that whoever is working in the laboratories, you can manage them, or whatever things that we require for that office, you can administer that, but you can manage a whole team with the specific knowledge of that particular domain. So domain knowledge plus management knowledge and business understanding gives you an edge. That is why anyone can do MBA and learn how to manage it. Because in day-to-day life, we manage our homes, we manage our personal finance. That is just what is a business? Just a step one up. Yes. So that is why one should do MBA. Now, we need to talk about what are these specializations. As I've told you, we have 9 different basic departments in any business. So that are our specializations. What are those? Let's say marketing, well known, loved by the students, MBA marketing. Then come finance. Yes, it's the basic. It's the base of any business. That's finance. This is from where you get the capital, and this is the basic thing, right? What is the end of the business? Anyone from the BBA or BCom background will know, right? Maximization of profit. That's where we are. Human resources, of course, because we are going to actually manage the people there who build the business, people that are working for us. Then comes the business analytics. This is one of the most heard from the past 5 to 6 years. Business analytics. What is it? We are going to learn that in next few minutes. Then comes operations. What operations is actually? How do you operate a whole process of manufacturing anything? That is operations. It involves machines, it involves people, it involves land, it involves a lot of planning and maths, of course. Then comes digital marketing. Again, it is marketing, but it's part of marketing, digital marketing. It is very, very, very well known right now and very hip. Retail marketing, banking, financial services, and insurance. Now, this is the pure financial products that we offer to retail, that we offer to corporates. That's a total new specialization. Then you have logistics and supply chain management. After the pandemic, this has become the most popular specializations we have right now. Why? Because people needed to be supplied with various products and services while they were at home. Everything was on lockdown. How to actually reach out to them? So there has to be people, those who are managing that. Okay, distributing products. How to do that? That's your logistics and supply chain. Next is, of course, and the last one is the sales. All these are the departments that make one business. And each and every business that you see outside there is going to need you to manage that. And if you have that specific domain knowledge, it is going to give you an edge. So let's discuss all of these specializations one by one. In between, if you have any questions, you can raise your hand and you can write your question in the chat and I can take up that. Okay. So let's go ahead. First is marketing or digital marketing. If you will do MBA with marketing or digital marketing or both of them, what are you going to get as a job? Or what scope does it have actually for you? Okay, so when you do marketing and digital marketing, you have the knowledge of how to actually market it, in how to actually market product or any services that are provided by the business, and how to manage that. It includes being a marketing executive, a marketing analyst, social media manager, digital marketing executive, being a business development manager, being involved in online marketing, retailing management, and SEO manager. SEO manager is search engine optimization manager. It means getting your website on the first page. How do you manage that? There are some optimization rules set by Google to get your website on the top every time someone actually types in the keywords in the search bar. So your website should be on the first page. That is SEO, getting it organically up in the page 1. So when you go to the digital marketing and much more, because digital marketing is currently progressing more, expanding more, and you are going to actually earn more scope. And marketing is one of the fields in MBA which will give you career progression in a much faster way than any other field. Reason, it is the pure dynamic field. It keeps on changing every 3 months. You see the things are trending, right? And the trends change almost after every 15 days. because every time there is some news, there are memes out of that. And currently, companies are using memes to actually market themselves. That's where comes the digital marketing. And we already know the traditional classical marketing techniques that we have been seeing now. And that also changes time to time as the scenario, economic conditions changes. For example, as soon as world goes into the pandemic lockdown, eventually all the pharmaceutical companies, they started coming up with their own sanitizers for surfaces, for your hands, for your different type of mobile sanitization wipes. And there are many things that they produced. How was that possible? Because they understood the need of the market. They knew this is what is needed and how can produce it faster. This is all marketing. They have marketed themselves. And at the time of the lockdown, nobody was out there to actually buy magazines, newspaper, or see the hoardings. Everything went to digital marketing. So when you do the MBA marketing, this is what you get into. And this is wholesome dynamic experience. Okay. So this was when you do MBA marketing and digital marketing. Next, let's talk about more about retail and sales. Of course, this is also the part of marketing. This all comes under the marketing umbrella, right? So if I talk about purely about retail, yes, anyone wants to say anything? Great. Okay. Talking about retailing, have you seen retail stores? Maybe Reliance Fresh, Big Bazaar, and there are many more out there. Okay. What does a retail manager do? So yes, I'll be happy to converse with you if you're ready, students. If it is interactive, it will be much more fun. Okay. So we have seen retail stores, D-Mart, India Mart, V-Mart, or what are these? These are retail stores for now. What happens when you go to a mall? All those are retail stores. Okay. Who are going to manage that? And there are too many parts inside whatever is happening inside that mall, one showroom. You have number of people working behind, a number of departments working behind that, right? One is the retail manager to the whole thing. Then you have a marketing executives. Then you have a whole department manager. And back there's an inventory store. There is a store manager. How the thing has to be displayed on the site, that is visual merchandising. Okay. These are all the things that goes into the retail. And of course, the sales, that is the most important part. In no matter which business you are, sales has to be made. So first, the very basic thing that you will enter into is the client engagement, sales, and conversions. Then you go to product and service demonstrations, creating marketing and sales strategy, managing your own team, telling them how to pitch a product, how to actually stand by themselves and present a product. Then you have to do the competitor analysis, how the competitors are, what edge your product or service has got. That analytical capability should be there. That is your market research. Then comes the budget planning, of course, and the project management. If you let's say you have been given a whole area, a whole city, or let's say a group of 5 cities, and you have been given a team that manage that and sell that out. That's the whole project you have on your hand. Manage that. And then you have account executives, managers, and sales managers. This is all the job prospects that you have out there. If you simply type this one on the Google, you will see the scope that is out there. That is everything when you go to the MBA marketing umbrella, which includes your digital marketing, retail, and sales. This was all about MBA marketing. Do you have any questions related to this? Okay, we'll move forward. Next is MBA Finance and BFSI. BFSI was, I simply remind you, banking, finance, financial services, and insurance. What is banking and financial services? Anyone? Everybody knows banking, right? We open a savings account, current account. We go open FD, RDs. What are other financial products, financial services? We have got mutual funds. We have got demat accounts. Where someone wants to trade, someone wants to simply invest. Yes. And then, of course, we have a big insurance market with us. So there are many companies that are working together. Many banks now, they have got their own mutual funds, their own insurances. So that's where BFSI comes in. So when you go into that, of course, when you will do MBA finance, you can go as a financial analyst. You can get into investment banking associate. What do they do actually? Financial analyst, the work that they have is to analyze the products and services. They analyze the company's performance, whether we should invest in their stocks or not. What is a risk? What are the investment banking associate? If I want to invest or a corporate wants to invest, they will come to you. And you are going to say, okay, this is what you need to do. This is what they want. And fish out the products and the services that they want, financial products I'm talking about. Yes. Then comes the risk manager. Risk manager works in the insurance sector because they are managing the risk. What is the insurance? They're simply managing the risk, right? That I'm going to do some risky thing and I want to ensure that if something goes wrong, I get my money back. That's insurance. Then, of course, the management consultant here. All the consultancies are there, financial planners out there, wealth managers. Okay, those all are the consultancies. And you have seen your CAs, right? They consult about the taxation part. Similarly, you have financial planners and wealth managers. That also you can do after doing MBA finance and BFSI. Now comes the cash manager. Of course, every business needs that. Now comes the credit managers. What are credit managers? What are credit managers? Credit managers. Credit. What is credit? What does credit means? Another financial service, loans. Yes, we have many types of loans that we give out to people. MSMEs, home loans, personal loans, vehicle loans, school loans. Who is going to manage that? How much loan one should take? Okay, so there are two prospects for it. One perspective is credit managers. If I'm taking the credit, if a company is taking the credit, we need to manage that credit, right? We need to manage that risk. Another thing, from the perspective of the AMCs or the insurance companies, I want to give out the credit. Okay, I need to manage that too. So there comes your managers, insurance managers, accounting managers. So credit managers, they will see how much home loan, any type of loans that are going out, whether we should take that loan or not, even for the businesses. Okay, so that's where credit managers, insurance manager, accounting managers come in. Accounting manager, it is very, if any one of you have actually worked, there is a whole finance department that actually looks for the monthly disbursement of the salaries. Okay, that's your accounting department. This is in every business, whether it's small or big. Then, of course, come the equity analyst. What are equity analysts? If you guys are interested and reading upon that, many of you right now have been interested in the stock market. That's what equity analysts do. They are fundamental analysts. There are technical analysts under that. It depends on what you are interested in, what you are good at. So when you do MBA finance or BFSI, this is where you go. You manage money, you manage numbers there. Okay, you get to analyze the accounts, you get to analyze their quarterly, yearly out results. You get to manage the whole accounts and the cash, money, insurance, and the credits. This is what your MBA finance is. Now let's talk about the ever popular human resource management. When you go as a human resource management, from the name itself, it is clear that I have got many resources to run my business. The most important is human resource, the employees that are working for a business. So when you do MBA HR, there are huge opportunities out there. As a fresher, the opportunities that you get are the technical recruiter, non-technical recruiter. Then you get the relationship managers, means employee relationship manager, and compensation manager. Human resource generalist, you can be employee education consultant, you can be HR consultant, you can be a simple recruiter, you can be a corporate HR. Well, what does that even mean? Aren't they doing the same thing? Yeah. So let's learn. What's the difference between these things? Okay, so if I say about technical recruiter or non-technical recruiter, see, since the business analytics or let's say data analytics has come up in a very, very big role, now there is a whole technical recruiter thing is out there. It means that I should understand the programming know-how. Programming know-how means at least I should understand the technical terminology and which programming or things have been used where. So it is kind of the technical recruiter. Non-technical recruiter, I want the general normal posts to fill in. Now come about the staffing director, corporate HR. What's a corporate HR? I get the requisitions from various departments. These are the openings that we have. Now I find out people, figure out people. I will reach out to them. I will explain the job description and get them to come for the interview. When they will be interviewed, I will take care of the processing. That process will be taken care by human resource manager and of course the recruiters, executive recruiters that we have. Who is the compensation manager then? Of course, who will see how much raise one has to get, what is their performance. They have to manage that according to the budget, whatever the department has. So that is your staffing director, non-profit human resource experts, then consultant. So when a company as HR is already not having much resources to actually hire people, they will give it to the third party. Those are the consultants that will hire the people for them. So HRM has many steps to go for. All these steps require people to fill in. So that is your MBA, HR, and these are few designations that you will see across whenever go for a job change. Now comes the most popular and the rising one, logistics and supply chain management. Logistics and supply chain management is a very complex and exciting thing. What you get here is you can work as an industry analyst, project manager, logistics manager, transportation director, supply chain sales, supply chain consultant, procurement analyst or purchasing manager, warehousing manager. What is logistics and supply chain? Let's understand that. Logistics and supply chain means in a factory, I have manufactured some product. Now it has been stored in a warehouse. When it's in the warehouse, someone needs to manage that warehouse. Why? We need that someone to be there. Then from that warehouse, it should go to the various wholesalers or different city departmental stores. And from those wholesalers, it has to go to the retailers so that it can reach to the consumer there. Plus, time to time, I need to see that whatever has comes first, if it is a perishable item, it has to go out first. So there are many things that within the warehouse it will go. And there are many people that will be employed there. We need to manage those. Again, our HR will come there. Warehouse manager will see the products, whether they are going properly out or not. Transportation director will see whether trucks are following, whether the loading trucks are following the route or not. Do we have enough trucks? Are we following the shortest route or path possible to from point A to point B? Yes, that is my transportation director. Then comes the industry analyst. What is the industry analyst? That person or the department will be analyzing how much are the money going out? What is the new thing we need? What is the new route we need? From where we are getting the more demand? Do we need to reroute ourselves? All these analysis has to be done by industry analyst. Now comes the project manager. Project manager is, let's say they will figure out that industry analysis told them, we know our trucks are going 20% empty. They are running when we fill up with the product, is still the 20% space inside the truck, it's empty. So a project manager will be assigned with it's his own team, his or her own team, and will be asked to see how 20%, how we can fill up that 20%, how we can cut our cost more, and how we can make it better. So that will be the project manager's job. Okay, global logistics manager. Now this is another than logistics manager. If my product has the demand outside the country, how am I going to manage that? How am I going to actually make it possible to transport it across the borders? Now here comes the whole legal team too. Yes, the whole documentation, taxation part, there are many things that come into it. There comes the global logistics manager. Supply chain sales. Now you will say sales again here. Yes. If I am manufacturing a product, I have to go around and sell business to business, right? I have to go to the wholesaler. We have to talk to them that yes, store our product, give it to the retailers. Okay. Similarly, supply chain consultant. You might have seen there have been many uh, there have been many mergers for this. If there is a company, yes, if there is a company who already has a set logistics and supply management already set, and if there is a new company who wants to come out from outside to from the outside to this country, they will not set up their own supply chain management. No, they will use someone else's already set up chain management. Okay, so what will I do? If I'm a company A, I am the native, I have my company from 10 years, now I want some other company to come in. That's where comes the supply chain consultant. They will tell us, okay, if you have this kind of product, these are the wholesalers that are there, these are the wholesalers that are there, and how we can reach them out, how we can actually make the whole logistics supply chain management there, system out there. And of course, now we have the procurement analyst, or you can call them purchasing managers. Here we have the purchasing managers here that will work with the whole system. Okay, they will procure the product, the factory, how which truck is coming in, at what time it's coming in, the whole management for the trucks to go in and out, which of the products are going in and out, and who is overseeing all this? The whole manager for that area or for that whole factory. So that's your logistics supply chain management. Now comes the operations part. Where the operations come in? When we are manufacturing the product, when we have a factory, whether it is assembling it or whether it is creating a whole new product, we have operations there. First is the management training. Why management training? Why they are in so much demand? Reason is, anyone working in the operations, you should have the domain knowledge about it. If it's a car plant, we are assembling a car around there, we need to have a domain knowledge, little bit technical knowledge about what goes where. Okay, and of course you will have operation executives, project management operations, junior business coordinators, and manager credit operations. Yes, all these comes within the operations, whatever you require to run a factory. In this, it will also come factory layouts, how the factory layout should be, what is the minimum cost that can be there for factory outlets. So your how to get the raw materials from there. Okay, when there is a logistic, supply chain management, and operations, these three things work together in one simple machine, one simple process. Okay, because I need to get raw material from my vendors to my assembling plant, right? There also I require logistics and supply chain management. When it comes to here, I will assemble my car or assemble my product, and then it has to go out. Okay, so whatever we have seen in the logistic and supply chain management and the things that we're seeing here, these all come together and work together. So that is your MBA operations. Now comes the business analytics. In business analytics, you have many things to do. Now see, there are two things, data analysis and analytics, right? So data analysis is when the things are done, I have the historical data. Okay, that from past 5 years, past 10 years, this has been our sales data. Let's talk about sales. So now I can actually forecast what we can expect next year sales or next quarter sales. That is my data analyst, right? What is big data analyst? Big data analyst, when my data is big, when my data is too large, when my data is dynamic, when my data is increasing every second and my data is changing every second. Okay, where I cannot store that data simply in one hard drive. That is that is where comes big data analyst. Of course, again, I have the historical data, but it's changing every time. For example, when you go online, for example, when you have too many retail stores, okay, and you go online and you purchase something, every step has been collected as the data. You log in your Amazon account, date, time, second, your IP address, your area, your PIN code set inside the data. Then you have landed on the first page. You have clicked, how many seconds you have actually stayed on that page. Then you clicked on where, how many seconds you stayed on that page. Then you clicked somewhere else. Then you check the price. Each and everything has been stored as one column of data in front of your Amazon ID. Okay, that's how it goes. Now that data, now every second, thousands of people are logging in, thousands of people are buying in. That data is ever increasing, ever changing, and dynamic. When you analyze the data just to see the next trending thing, what is going on, that's where come your big data analyst. Business analyst. Now understand this, business analytics is used in each and every department that you have seen till now. Okay, all the departments, all the 10 specialization, this one specialization has been used in each and everywhere. In sales, I can project sales. In operations, I can project how much cars or product do we need to actually produce each and every day. In logistics and supply management, I can actually analyze that how much raw material, how much parts do I need for that machine every day. How many trucks are actually needed, how I can fill that 20% empty space in the truck. All that is business analytics. Now, whenever you go into one kind of field, any of the business departments with business analytics, your designation changes. For example, you might be big data analyst, you become marketing analyst, you can be a project analyst, right? There are a few things more there. For example, data scientists. Data scientists are the ones, those who understand the programming languages, and they understand how to actually get more out of a very little bit data. Okay, in big data, we have too much data to actually manage, and data, as a data scientist, you have a very small data, and you actually had to get the cracks out of it, information out of it, and sometimes even forecast out of that data, that to accurately, right? Qualitative analyst, that is the very exciting actually. Qualitative means I don't have numbers, what I have are words, meaning text analytics, your moods, right? If something is trending, for example, elections are going on, what is the mood here, what people are actually talking about, right? You always see Twitter be trending, right? You see when you go to Google, there are some arrows that this is trending right now, hashtags are trending. How do I know that? That's where come qualitative analysis or text analytics. Predictive modeler, I want to actually forecast who will win, I want to forecast what will be the sales, I want to forecast how many people are actually going to leave my company, how many more do I need to recruit, which department has more people going out, leaving the company. Technical team lead, of course, if I have a whole business analytics department, that usually that now companies have totally a different department actually managing everything like that. Then of course, market research analytics, you go to finance, that's finance analytics. So wherever you go, business analysis, data analysis is going to be with you. So this is what you should be. That is why we should do MBA or any postgraduate in management. It will give you all these skills, and it will actually transform your career opportunities that you have currently, that will go 10 times, 100 times more open for you. Okay, so that is why one should do a management program as their postgraduate. So this is it. This was all from my side. If you have any questions, I'm here. I'm open for that. Amisha, shall we go ahead? Students, do you have any questions?
Yes, thank you so much, Shruti ma'am. Yes.
I'm glad to be here, sir.
You have any questions, please ask.
If you have any doubts, anything, please go ahead.
And